Hey guys, I'm Elizabeth Newsom and welcome to my BookTube channel. Today I'm going to tell you about 5 college life hacks for any college student. So these are just things that have made my life easier in college or better, improved its overall quality, and they're just little tips and tricks, but maybe you'll find some of them helpful. So the first is to buy extra Scantrons. So always buy twice as many as you need. I bought 6 at a time at one point, and obviously I'm going to have to buy more eventually, but the point is that 1, you're prepared, keep them in your binder or somewhere where you're always carrying them, so if you forget that something's come up, or if you know a test is coming up but your mind is on other things like studying, that you don't forget. But 2, you can also sell them to your classmates. So there are going to be a lot of people there who are not prepared. And they're going to do a lot of things for a Scantron. So what I do is at the bookstore, the Scantrons are sold for 50 cents, and in class I sell them for $1. And thus far I've sold 3 Scantrons like that, and that's pretty good. That's like a 50% profit. Now it might sound kind of greedy and capitalistic, but I mean, we both benefit. They are more than happy to pay $1 for a Scantron, and I am more than happy to sell the Scantron for $1. I'm sure they'd also be happy if I sold it for, $2. But I'm somewhat of a nice person, not completely trying to scam them or anything. But even if you don't want to sell them to your fellow classmates, it's always good to have extra on hand, at least for yourself. My next tip is to have a binder. So you see college students carrying around several notebooks for the classes they have throughout the day. What I like to do is I just have this binder. I have my statistics tea table in it because I love statistics. But inside of it, I keep all of my classes, and I bought these tabs. I actually created this I created it through InDesign. Like if you have tabs you can use and you want the template or just the paper right here, message me and let me know and I could send that to you. Because I did have one that came with the tabs, but I used it and then I flipped it over and used the other side for last semester, so I had to make my own for this one because I didn't want to buy a whole other set. Anyway, I use the tabs, and this way I have all my classes, as you can see, with me in my binder. It's great because I can add paper if I need more for one class, or I can take it out if I want to have notes to study. So this is much easier than having paper that you have to rip and try and put back in notebooks. And you have just everything all together. It's all organized, so I like it. My next tip is to have a rolling backpack. So my rolling backpack is behind me, right there against the wall. And sometimes I get comments about it. One guy, it's really funny. I dropped my backpack off at this table in the cafeteria where I was having lunch with some friends, and as soon as I leave, this guy starts bashing my rolling backpack and saying like how lame and stupid it is, and how even a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles backpack would be better than my rolling backpack. I don't know. There are some people out there who have all that negative energy, I guess. For the most part, people tend to have a positive association with my rolling backpack. Either they think I'm a professor, or they say that I'm professional and like I'm going somewhere to the airport. But of course I don't do it for any of the positive or negative associations. I do it primarily for myself just because it's so much easier on my back to have a rolling backpack. I noticed last school year, even when I had a really light backpack, I'd carry like my binder and just my laptop in it, but even those things are pretty heavy, and my shoulders would just get tired after a while, and I didn't like that. So now I have the rolling backpack and my shoulders are fine. Again, most people don't have rolling backpacks. I think I've met one other person over the course of my college lifetime that has also had a rolling backpack, which was really cool. We like bonded over that. But in my opinion, they're totally worth it. I love it. I get to put lots of things in it, and it's not too heavy for me to carry. The one thing is going upstairs. It is a backpack, so I can convert it to a backpack. It is heavy when it is a backpack because it does have those wheels and the little handle, things that add extra weight to it. You can also just carry it by hand, which is what I do if I'm going up a few flights of stairs. If I'm going up 4 floors of stairs, then I'll just convert convert it to a backpack, or sometimes you're lucky and there's a nice guy around who will carry it for you, like your boyfriend or someone else. I have guys do that for me. My next tip is frozen grapes. Frozen grapes. So this is a great study snack because there are so many study snacks that are really unhealthy, and you probably don't want to come to college and gain a lot of weight. You can see my tips about staying away from the Freshman 15 for that. But frozen grapes are, one, they're pretty low calorie. Two, they're really fun to eat. They're way better than normal grapes. It's like a sweet little ball of fruit. I guess that pretty accurately describes it. But yeah, they're just a really fun, healthy study snack. And I know you can use carrots, but carrots, I don't like chewing them a lot because they're so hard and crunchy. And frozen grapes are just fun, they're sweet, low calorie. So if you need a study snack, I definitely look into frozen grapes. Finally, my last college life hack is do not study for an exam the day of the exam. This might sound crazy. You might be like, sorry, I'm one of those procrastinators, so I'm gonna do it anyway. I've consistently found that when I study for a test right before the test, I can feel that I'm mentally exhausted and I don't do as well as I usually do. I don't do terribly, I still get A's, but I don't get super high A's or 100s if I study a lot right before an exam. What you can do, sometimes if you want to get up early and when you're not tired, you can do a light review, but right before the test, make sure you are taking a break because you really want to conserve your mental energy, and that will absolutely run out if you do really hardcore studying before a test. I had my statistics final last semester, and right before it, I had a thick ream of papers that were 2 practice tests that I printed out, and so I went through all of those before taking the test, and I could just tell that my mind was just slow and sluggish and tired, like a lot worse than it used to be. So I tend to study a lot the day before, and then again, some light studying as long as it's a few hours before, but I would avoid it right before an actual test. Well, there you guys have some of my college life hacks. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe because I post one bookish writing college type video a week. And in the comments, I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know about some of the college life hacks you've learned. Let me know down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!